Hey folks, welcome back to my YouTube channel and wishing you all a very happy Valentine's Day. Today I'm going to share a wonderful recipe. This recipe has been very close to my heart, or rather let me say it is very close to my heart, simply because I prepare this recipe almost twice a week. And this is my favorite recipe. It's a one pot meal. You can have it as a one whole meal, and it's made with a lot of vegetables and my favorite protein, that is eggs. So this is the egg shakshuka. Now this is for all the non-vegetarians, but the vegetarian people don't need to worry, as the same recipe can be done with paneer too. So let's not waste time and let's get started. So guys, welcome to my kitchen. This is my little area where I cook, and I'm going to share a lot of recipes with you guys. So let's get started with egg shakshuka today. Now there are a couple of things that we need to make this recipe the way it is. So let me first show you the ingredients and then we're going to get started, okay? So what we need is, so I'm going to do this recipe with around 4 whole eggs. That's my 4 whole eggs. I'm going to need a few things which I have already placed on my tray so that we don't waste too much time. Now these are my choices of vegetables, although you could make your preferences and your choices as per your taste. So this is my little spring onions. These are my bell peppers, my broccoli, and some coriander, my ginger garlic paste, my dry powder masalas, some slice of cheese, and pepper, that's black pepper, and that's my mixture of seeds, my pumpkin, sunflower, flax, chia, all of it in one. So we're going to use this for the final garnishing. Okay guys, let's get started on how we're going to make this recipe. So I have taken an iron skillet pan, which I'm going to heat first. And you could also use a non-stick pan if you don't have an iron skillet. Although I love iron skillets simply because they are chemical free and they cook the food really well. So when you actually see the texture of how the food turns out in an iron skillet, it's very different from a non-stick pan, yeah? I'm going to definitely do a video on how you can, take care of your skillet pans, because cast iron skillets have to be treated a little bit differently from a non-stick pan. So we will surely do a video on that one too. So while my pan is heating up, this is a pre-seasoned pan. You see the oil is already on it, and that's what I use for seasoning. Now I'm going to first add some homemade pure ghee in this. Okay, I'm going to make sure that the flame is on slow because I do not want to burn that ghee. Okay, you could use butter also, although I prefer to make my eggs in ghee, so I'm going to choose that. Now once that is a little well heated, I'm going to first add the onions. You could use about 1 onion, that's good enough if you're taking 4 eggs. I had some leftovers from the spring onion, so I'm just going to go ahead and use that. But other than that, you can just use 1 chopped onion, like you could chop it as per your preference, right? I'm going to cook all of this on a very slow flame so that it doesn't get overcooked. Now we don't want to cook the onions too much because they're going to get dark, and I want to leave that little caramelized flavor in it. I don't want to like overcook it. A lot of shakshuka recipes also use tomatoes in them, although I don't like that because it gets very mushy and very soggy. So absolutely that is a choice. If you wish to, at this stage you could add 1 chopped tomato. Now I'm going to add all the other ingredients, that is all my veggies. Yet again, veggies, I don't want to overcook them, so I'm going to just leave them half cooked. Now I have not taken chilies in my shakshuka, simply because I don't like it very spicy. But if you like a spicy one, you could either add Tabasco sauce, or you could have green chilies or red chilies slit and cut at this point. Isn't that looking so beautiful? All the three colors on one pan. Broccoli. You could add mushrooms also if you would like, although I was out of mushrooms today. Now while as this is cooking, I'm going to add my next ingredient, and that is my ginger garlic paste. You could add green chili paste also. Like I said, if you like it spicy, you could do that. So I'm going to go ahead and add that. Now you have to make sure that you don't get the ginger garlic paste to sit at the bottom. That is, it shouldn't stick to the skillet or the pan. So you got to keep mixing it well while keeping the flame on low. Nice and soft, and it's not even sticking on my skillet. This is a great meal, if you really don't have anything cooked at home, or if you have just walked in from a tiring day. If you have a couple of veggies at home, or even some leftover veggies, you could just throw it all in, mix it well, saute it well, and then just add your eggs or paneer to this. Now we're going to add just a little of the spring onions, because I'm going to leave a few in the plate for the garnishing. So I'm just going to throw in a little for right now. Now you see that, like I mentioned, the ginger garlic does not stick to the pan at all, and that is one of the reasons I love using a cast iron skillet. And here comes my next ingredient. So I'm using pink salt, and I'm using all the dry powdered masalas. That's the turmeric powder, the red chili powder, the coriander and cumin seeds powder. I've mixed it all together so that we're saving time here. We're just going to throw it into the pan now and going to mix this really well. Again, your masalas have to be as per your taste. So definitely once you've made it, you will know what you need more or what you need to remove, and as per your taste, you could always redo it the next time. So we're not going to cook the veggies too much because I don't like them too soft. But if you like them so, well, you could cook them for a few more seconds. And once these look nice and glossy, we're going to make space for the main ingredients to come in, and that is the egg. And this is how we're going to space out our veggies and make some space for our eggs to sit right here. So kind of giving it the queen feeling sitting on the crown. Let me add a little bit more of the ghee because I find the pan gone a bit dry. I think the veggies have taken over all my main ingredient, that is the egg. Just gonna let it flow and let it sit wherever it has to. Because with egg you cannot really make a specific shape. And then I'm just going to let this sit. At this point I'm going to increase the flame just for a few seconds while I splash my cheese. So this is a regular sliced cheese. You could use cheddar, you could also use mozzarella, you could use handmade cheese, whatever is your preference. You could use Parmesan cheese powder, that's a great choice too. And that's what I'm going to use now, my pepper powder. You could keep the pepper powder for the last, as in just before you're ready to eat, although I like it to be cooked with my egg. And now I'm going to add a little bit of the spring onions that I had left over on my tray. And I'm going to let this thing sit here on the flame and cook for a bit. And we're going to cover this with a lid. You could use a glass lid or a stainless steel lid and let this cook for a few minutes. It all depends on what is the consistency you like or the texture you like of the egg, though I don't like it very hard. So I'm going to leave it there for about 2 minutes, and while that's cooking, let me remind you guys to subscribe to my YouTube channel in case you haven't, and also hit the notification button so you are reminded for every new video that's been uploaded up on my channel and you don't miss out on any of those. So guys, this has been a recipe that has been demanded or requested by many of my followers on Instagram, since I'm just new to YouTube, so I'm still getting the feedback from YouTube family. But yes, Instagram family has been very kind enough to keep requesting their the videos that they've been looking for. So I thought, why not start with the best one, which is my favorite. That's an egg shakshuka. Now, when I was talking about making this recipe, I also mentioned for vegetarian people, if they'd like to make the same recipe in paneer. When you do the paneer recipe, you could first saute the paneer before the entire cooking starts. Once the paneer has turned a little light brown, you could keep that aside, and the point at which I added the eggs, the paneer could be added at that stage. You could add whatever veggies you like as per your taste and your choice, and that'd be a great meal for a vegetarian so that they don't miss out on the yummies. Now I'm going to lift the lid. It's nearly a minute or so. So I'm going to just check it first, and in case I want it more cooked, then I'm going to leave it on for a bit, yeah? Oh my God, that is looking yum. All right. So that looks pretty nice, but I still see the yellow a bit uncooked. You see that? So we're going to leave that on the steam for another minute or so. And while that's getting done, I'd like you to send me your requests as to what kind of videos you like me to make on food, on lifestyle, on health, or any topic that interests you or that you would like to learn something upon, right? So we'll be happy to make that for you. And let me go right there and check. All right, now I see the yellow turning a little gooey, and I love it that way. My cheese has not yet melted in, so we're just going to leave that for another few seconds. And there are a lot of things that you could add, with this, maybe a nice cup of coffee, and you can also throw in some avocados to it to make it a nice fatty protein meal, yeah? So let's get back to my skillet. It's getting cooked really nice, and a lot of my Instagram viewers love this recipe. They have been very, very fond of this recipe, so this one is definitely for them. And guys, if you haven't yet followed me on Instagram, my page is Fit with Mheck. You can go on my Instagram and check it out. Right, I like the egg just the way it looks now. This is exactly how I like it. So I'm going to get the lid off, and now I'm going to turn the flame just one last time on a high, or you could even do it on a medium, that's fine. And I'm going to turn this off right now. That's exactly how I like my egg cooked, but if you like it to be more well cooked, you could cook it for another 30 to 40 seconds, right? And I'm going to throw in my cilantro, just a little bit for some flavoring and aroma. I'm going to throw in the last part of the spring onion all over, and I'm going to add some of my seeds. Doesn't that look really yummy-licious? I think you guys are going to jump out of the screen and grab this plate. All right, guys. So this is all set and ready to eat. Let's go. Okay guys, my meal is ready, and here it comes. Isn't that looking really yummy? So are you wondering, how am I going to eat? Where is my plate? Well, I like to eat my meals right from the skillet because it's nice and hot and sizzling. So let's get started and let me tell you how this tastes. Oh my God, this is really hot. It's going to take a couple of minutes to cool down. So while this is cooling down, guys, let me convey my message to you all. Your body is your first Valentine. Take care of it with love and respect. Remember, you reside in it. Take care, guys, and have a blessed week ahead. Do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and also follow me on Instagram on Fit with Mheck. And now I'm back to my meal. It's time to eat. This is deliciously yummy. When you guys make this recipe, do let me know if you liked it, if there's any kind of changes you made to it that I could learn from, just the way you are learning from me. Take care, guys, and see you all next Thursday. Bye-bye.